I did not want to see this movie at all.
Well, I was looking forward to this one. Is it horror or not? So, Psycho Killer. I think the biggest question we have is it horror or not?
Yeah, because I think we have differing opinions.
And we both kind of went in with different expectations for this movie, too.
Yeah, I did not want to see this movie at all. I knew it was going to have this satanic feel to it just from the trailer. And then as soon as it said, and from the producers of Long Legs and Weapons, which I hated both, I did not want to see this movie.
I didn't care for either one of those movies, but I was looking forward to this one. It's written by the writer of Seven, which we both love.
Okay, yeah, I do really like Seven. Looked
like it was going to be good, like The Killer, and they marketed it really, really well. I was looking forward to it. It was a little different than we were expecting in a way.
I'm glad. I came out happy that it wasn't what I expected.
And not me. What was different, what was weird is it's about a psycho killer, a satanic psycho killer going on a rampage and the cops chasing him. I expected something grittier, a little darker, like in the way that it actually looked, not necessarily toner, because the script is, dark. It's all there in the script. It's just the way it was filmed, the way it looked. It was just really light for me, and it wasn't gritty enough.
It was a lot of daylight.
Yeah.
I was appreciative.
It was a mismatch for me, like with what the film was supposed to be and what was like the dialogue and the story and all that. Like the visuals didn't match.
See, I don't think it's a horror movie. I think it's a cop action mystery thriller. The good guy's going after the bad guy. That to me is not horror. It's a serial killer movie. You know, like watching like a Manson family murders or something like that.
Yeah, but how is that not horror though? Like in your mind, like how does that not make it horror?
You see the kills, most of them, it's like after the fact. And it's the police trying to follow the trail to catch them. To me, that's not horror.
See,
it's not scary. It's not like, oh gosh, he's coming after me. It's just like watching a crime movie.
I see what you're saying, but also to me, horror deals with the horrific in humankind. And I think one of the most horrific things there is a serial killer that's just killing people
at random.
At random, or like in some kind of, I think they're supposed to be in like some kind of ritualistic way or something like that. But anybody out there that knows how to define serial killer, let us know in the comments. But I guess that's why I lump it in with a horror movie. I see what you're saying. Is it's not horror in the way that werewolf movies are or slasher movies, but
I don't think Seven's horror.
See, I think that's horror.
I think it's like watching a true crime documentary. That's not horror.
Well, okay, so to add to your point a little bit, maybe, I think one of the things that didn't work for me for the film too was it didn't feel like there was much urgency to it. Like we're seeing the things that are happening. We're seeing that they're chasing him. But there's no suspense. There wasn't any suspense for me.
Well, because it's like she's chasing him. Where's the FBI is supposed to be looking for this guy, and I don't really see him anywhere.
No, yeah, and that was the weird thing too. Was like the FBI is out there, and she's like calling him and telling him all these things she's found out, and like, hey, here, like meet him. He's gonna be here. He's gonna be.
And they did rush that because like, how did she figure it out? And the FBI's been on the case, and they haven't figured it out.
Yeah, it just there wasn't suspense to me. Like it was just we're watching things unfold.
Yes, you're right.
And that's it. To balance it out a little bit, I will say that it was interesting enough to like keep you kind of engaged, but it wasn't scary or it wasn't suspenseful. It did make you want, okay, why is he doing it? Where's it going? Like
I wasn't bored at all. I just went in with this dread of, I told you on the way there, like, there's definitely, we're going to have to come home and watch some happy movie because I know this movie is just going to depress the heck out of me. And it didn't. So I was like, yay.
We can put that on the poster.
It did not depress the heck out of me.
The killer in it was a little weird for me. it's one of those things. I've said it before on other movies where if I read it in the script, the description of it, or somebody described it to me without seeing it, I would have been like, ooh, that's going to be cool. But when it's on the screen the way that it was, like, something was off. I don't know if it was the actor wasn't the right person or something.
Well, no, I thought he was fine, as far as the way he was walking around. And it's just, I feel like, again, we keep seeing the same mask, and it's kind of like Hard Eyes and My Bloody Valentine. And I understand that there's only so many masks that people can wear. It's just that it also had a Bane thing to it, where his voice is, I don't know, it was a little over the top, or yeah. I think it was Nathan. I loved his little character.
Yeah, Nathan at the because Malcolm McDowell's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird little.
Yeah, there's a guy, Nathan, I think is his name, and I hate that they made his little character a Satan worshiper, because he seemed like a sweetheart.
that was a little bit of that kind of worked in a way where he was like this kind of, I don't even, nerdy kind of like nice guy in this group of Satanists.
Yeah,
that was just like, hey, yeah, I'll help you out. Yeah. That just very like,
yeah, just very cordial and pleasant.
So okay, we'll get into ratings. So what would you rate this one?
I think it's a renter. Again, it's not scary. The blood in it, there's blood, but it's more theatrical.
It's a lot of CGI.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not boring.
Yeah, I'd give it a renter too. It's interesting enough that, if you got some time at home and want to watch something, like, there's no urgency to go see it, but I wouldn't tell somebody not to watch it. So wanted to get into some spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to go into the movie fresh, go ahead and pause here, go watch one of our other reviews, and come back once you've seen it, because we're going to talk about some plot points. So
let's get into the Malcolm McDowell scene, because he's like, evidently a bigwig in the Satan worship field, and it has this.
They called him Magnus or something like that, but
something, and he has this big home, and several worshipers live there with him, which is where Nathan comes in, because the serial killer is going to that house because he needs to find somebody, and he needs their help to find somebody. So I love little Nathan, because like they're like sitting around a dining room table, and they're passing around cocaine, and it comes to Nathan. I hope that's his name in the movie. And he's like,
yeah, he kind of like looks at it and just like passes it on.
And the psycho killer wasn't doing it either. Then there's an orgy.
Of course.
And I was like, here we go again. I'm about to see everybody's stuff. And they didn't. There was either shadows or leg placements or something.
You're talking dong specifically.
Yes. And so I appreciated that.
But then he goes in, like, so the psycho killer realizes, okay, these are fake Satanists. They don't truly believe, according to him.
Right.
And so he goes out, gets a gas can and an axe, and Nathan's like, what are you doing? Like, and he's like,
he said,
I believe you believe.
Yeah.
And he said, but if you say anything, I will kill you. But he goes in and kills everybody with the axe. And of course, in the middle of, them having this orgy, which was a cool like kill scene, because he's, everybody's trying to run around naked, and he's just, taking them down with this axe. The blood was not a little CGI'd.
It went like slow motion, and it was like really dark.
Yeah.
So it just kind of made it not, because I was like, oh, here we go, and I was like, oh, I can handle this.
Yeah, it wasn't fake, but it didn't look really real.
Yeah.
Either. But Malcolm McDowell's character is just like, because he had taken a bunch of acid, is like sitting in a chair, and he walks up behind him and just takes the sharp edge, like the pointing edge of the axe, bam, right, and then you could see it like
that did look, because it like dented and squished it. That did look real. Okay, the other one was he kills the guy with the sledgehammer that's just changing a flat tire.
Yeah.
But then there's a lady in the car, and she gets out and runs, and of course she's in the middle of a country road trying to, wave down this huge semi.
Semi slams on its brakes and turns over its on its side and smashes her.
Plows her. And then the killer's just like, steps out of the way, and of course it's a gas truck, so it all explodes.
So he gets to do the cool walking off as it explodes.
With it,
behind
yeah.
him. I can't remember if he actually does that.
But all of this time, he's like just sitting there, like, to me, going down the same highway when you look at the map and just doing all these killings. No, nobody's out looking for him. Just this one lonely cop.
Yeah, the cops seem very confused on where he, like, there's a couple of scenes where they said, there's just no way we can know where he's at.
Yeah. But I really do think if we want to get into the end, I'm thinking, because you keep hearing on the radio these conspiracy that government
is testing, doing tests on people and releasing them back into society.
Right. And this killer, you don't know. You think he's just copycatting a killer from years before that died in prison, but it's actually him. So they faked his death in prison and did release him, because at the very end, they take him and they're like, we sure did miss you. And they're taking him back to what looks like not really a jail per se, because it's out in the middle of Death Valley.
Yeah.
So it kind of seems like that's why the FBI wasn't looking for him that hard, because
it could be.
They had released him.
They're kind of part of it, maybe.
Into the world. Maybe. I'm just guessing here.
But. So his main goal, and the main reason I want to talk about it, his main goal was to basically set off this nuclear reactor.
At 3 Mile Island.
3 Mile Island, and just kill a ton of people. Open up the gates of hell, basically. Mm-hmm. And so they get there. He's locked himself in this, and the control room is what we'll call it. He's got dynamite all over, and he's got a grenade that's going to be the igniter. So they're all standing, all these people standing around, and the main character's like, is there any way to get in there? Like, we have to stop them. And the security guy's like, there's no way. This is built to withstand radiation leaks. There's no vents. It's built exactly for this purpose. And then like 3 minutes later goes,
I don't even think it was 3 minutes.
Goes, wait, I have an idea. And he goes to this locked door around the corner, opens it up, and now they're standing in this room with just plexiglass that's bulletproof looking into the room. And I'm like, that can't be radiation proof.
And he goes, oh, that's plexiglass and probably bulletproof. There's nothing we can do. It's like, what did you think this room was? If you're like, there might be a way in.
Yeah.
But then they stand there for a while and he's like, I'm out.
It immediately, I told you in the car, reminded me of a Simpsons episode where it was like Smithers and Mr. Burns. They were kind of spoofing on Get Smart, where they're like walking through all these like secret doors, like all this security and like eye stuff, and then like they get into the control room and there's just like this broken screen door just like hanging open. He's like, ah, and like, shuts it. And that just immediately made me think of that.
So let us know what you thought of Psycho Killer. Did you think it's horror? Do you think it's more like a true crime? Let us know in the comments.
Thanks for joining us today, and remember, around here, the fear is family.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit like and subscribe. And tune in next time to The Fear Review, where the fear is family.